Hi, this is Mark from Togo, and this is a brief tour of the system that we've designed working with Mallspace at the Strand in Bootle. So this system enables them to more effectively and easily manage the sites that they have within the mall. So the first thing that we'd do is go into the mall manager and we would add the sites, and we've got different types here. We can specify these types, so they've got them as promo or kiosk, or they could be power, no power, etc. And then within these I can set specific rates for those sites. I can upload an image of the location of that site. So very, very easy to sort of analyse a site and take a look at it. I can also exclude that site from certain subcategories of vendor. So for example, if it's a site that hasn't got a water supply, if the vendor is categorised as needing one, it'll warn you if you try to put them onto that site. We've also got a required documents section here. So these are documents that people need to have valid in order to effectively be able to place an order, and the system will check the validation of these each time an order is put on for that customer, and it'll when the very first setup that customer does, it'll make sure those forms are filled in, signed, and the venue will then approve them and put the expiry date on. The system will remind the venue when the expiry date is approaching. So we can close the centre if we want to here. We can link a payment gateway to the centre here so that when invoices are generated through this system, customers can pay them automatically. So that's a very brief overview of that section there. We've got then the site console. So this gives us a quick and instant view of exactly what's going on in this site right now. So down the side here I've got all of the stalls. And then I've got here the dates across the top and who's on the stalls on these particular dates. So the green ones, there's nothing wrong with them. So this is a nice tidy layout in this shopping centre here. So effectively all of these green ones, the payments are up to date, there's no issue with any of the paperwork, everything's fine. If there's an issue with payment or paperwork, they go amber or red accordingly. So I can add a booking onto this site. If I click here, it'll take me through a process to add a booking onto that site, and alternatively I can view an existing booking. Just by tapping on that booking will bring me up all of their details. I can see the stalls that they've got occupied and assign them more stalls if I want to. I can assign different options which we can specify per venue. I can look at the costings and generate the invoices through here. I can look at the payments that have already been received for that customer through here and what balance is outstanding. I can communicate with the booker directly through here, and this will build a conversation here about this. So anybody logging in can, if that customer rings up with a query, can see exactly what's been going on with that account. And then I've got a confirmation of the documents that that person's got, and that that the insurance is checked, it's valid, and it's valid until whatever date it's valid until, which in this case is the 5th of July 2019. So that's a very simple walkthrough of the the grid. I can obviously pick these up and move them if I wanted to. And then finally we've got a load of statistics. So what this statistics screen does is pulls through some of the commercialisation reports that you guys use. It gives us a week ahead report so that we can see what stalls we're going to need, and it gives me a list of people that we might need to chase up for stuff. So I've got here a list of clients, and this is telling me that the documents aren't complete for these guys, and this is telling me there are incomplete payments and incomplete documents. So at a glance I can see any of the clients that I potentially might have an issue with, and I can get them chased up and dealt with as we go. So then I've got a facility here where I can put my budget and expenses in, and I can generate the reports. So I can add recurring costs, one-off costs, etc. And I can generate a commercialisation report if I want to, by popping in a start date and an end date, and it will generate that report. Also we've got a very sort of light CRM system in here. So every customer has their own record card. They're all listed here. Within there we can set them their own bespoke pricing. So we've got custom costs there. We've got a list of their documentation. We can look back at their bookings here. and then we can also contact them through here. And then we've got a facility where we can mass contact the customers. So in the Mail Shop Manager here, let's say for example I've just had a stall come free in a food court. I can go into the Mail Shop Manager here, I can select the subcategory food providers and generate an email that will then email all of those customers and let them know, oh, we've just had this stall available, here's the price for it, here's the dates that it is available, click here to book it, and it'll allow them to go on and make that booking, provided all their insurance, all the documentation's up to date and everything. There's other features that are in there and other features that are coming based on your feedback, but for now that's a very brief overview of how the system works and how it can work for you. Thank you.